Hello, it's Connie here. Since being back from vacation with my kids, I've been sick in bed with the worst flu I've ever had. And living with a chronic condition, I'm sort of used to being in pain, but the sickness from this recent flu was humbling, to say the least. I realized how much we take health for granted. Having said that, I realize I've taken my health for granted because I've been running on empty for a while now, and being sick allowed me to get much needed rest and sleep. So today I'd like to discuss the importance of detoxification, what it is, what it involves, and how to safely do it with food. In our last blog, we discussed how the autoimmune epidemic is impacting the lives of so many, not to mention the healthcare costs as a result of it. I strongly believe that anyone with an autoimmune condition has a compromised gut, often referred to as the leaky gut. This concept of leaky gut is what makes us susceptible to toxins that enter our bodies. These toxins are able to cross the barrier in our gut that has degraded over time due to cumulative toxic exposure through foods, antibiotics, medications, and most importantly, stress. At my center, I always start my patients with a deep supported detox to reset their bodies to establish a better baseline for their health. It's truly transformative because once the patients learn to have a better relationship with their food and their bodies, a miraculous thing happens in the body as it's primed for healing. Our world today is full of toxins. When considering toxins and our exposure to them, we tend to mostly think about food. But it's important to remember that toxic exposure is present in so many other elements of our lives. So let's review the elements of toxic exposure in our lives. Number one is stress. This is the most significant as it directly impacts the health of our gut by degrading the very barriers of our gut. Number two is food. Eating an artificial concoction as opposed to real foods exposes us to additives, preservatives, chemicals, dyes, antibiotics, hormones, pesticides, etc. Three is cooking methods. Charring and overcooking promotes free radicals in our body that causes unnecessary DNA breakdown and damage, which has long-term health consequences. Number four is glycemic index. Eating foods that have high glycemic index spikes our insulin, causing a cascade of inflammatory reactions. Number five is plastic. Cooking with plastic and storing food in BPA-lined container causes harmful chemicals to leach through and enter our body, not only causing inflammation, but degrading our gut lining. Number six is air quality in our home. Making an effort to change the filters in your home and ventilating the house by opening windows will circulate the air and help to remove the stale and toxic air in the house. Number seven is toxic relationships. Have you had experience with people that force you to have your guard up the moment you think about interacting with them? Well, this is a real blind spot for many of us, and it usually happens with those that are the closest to us. We enable this toxic relationship to perpetuate simply because we don't know what else to do. Number eight is clean environment. Is your home, office, and car clean and free of clutter? The more clear your environment is, the more clear you can think. And when you're clear, you're more likely to make better decisions concerning your health. So the first step in making a change is acknowledging that you have a problem. I want you to take a moment and identify the toxic elements in your life. Then in my next blog, we'll tackle the toxins and teach you what to do about them. Making sound decisions every day takes vigilance and self-awareness. So congratulations on making the effort to change. Stick with this process and I promise it'll be transformative. Please leave me comments, suggestions, and questions. I would love to hear from you. And also subscribe to my channel and visit lupusrebel.com and conniegion.com for more information. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.